Well, let's move on to a question from William, who says, I'm a big fan of the engagement that comes from getting a team to build a process map. I think he means on butcher paper and Post-it notes. Unfortunately, that doesn't do a very good job of preserving lessons learned and the details of the process for future work. How does one get the time for documenting the hard work of the team once it's done, or even better, during the process building effort? Greg, you have some thoughts first? Or?
I mean, this is I think a place where, from the technology side, we talk about leadership. You're going to hear us talk about methodology a lot, and now we're really talking about technology. Technology can be anything as simple as paper, spreadsheets, intranet websites, and then I think the nirvana state, if you will, KaiNexus. And this is a place where I'll just talk about the KaiNexus solution to this. But oftentimes when people are in a room working on some kind of collaborative, whether it's a value stream map, whether it's a Kaizen event, rapid improvement event, whatever they're doing, we think actually KaiNexus enriches that entire interaction. And we literally, our customers will have laptops open, and as they're going through and doing butcher paper and finding opportunities, people are engaging in the platform and adding those opportunities right then, right? So they might have a project that's a value stream app project. They're putting it all up on the board, on the wall, and when that needs to be captured, you literally just take pictures of it, attach it into your project, but as countermeasures or as opportunities or places where an RIE needs to occur happen, you can immediately put that in real time right into KaiNexus. People can agree on who's going to lead that effort. People can agree on timeframes for that effort, and it really kind of creates a seamless transition. That, I think, is the preferred way, and is probably the least, the way that will create the least amount of non-value add material steps in the process. The other way, of course, is to do all that work, and then afterwards someone needs to kind of write it all down and kind of do a secretarial job, and we find that to be the case as well. But I think as people are more comfortable with bringing the technology right into the actual environment, I think that we find that to be the most successful.
It seems like there's a parallel there. Doctors charting as they go during the day instead of batching their documentation at the end of the day. The same idea maybe applies, good practice, to process documentation. The one thing I would add to the good points you made, how do we make time to do that documentation? I think that's a variation of how do we make time for continuous improvement. We know it's important to do. How do we make time for exercise? How do we make it? It's the type of thing where you just have to make that commitment, and if there are barriers, use your problem-solving processes to figure out how to eliminate those barriers, how to eliminate waste, how to remind yourself to take that time. I think it's kind of self-fulfilling prophecy. If we say it's important to make the time, then you'll find a way to make the time.
It gets back to that resource part for leadership. Leaders need to create the resources, and in this case it would be time for people to do this, because this is really important. This is going to give us the competitive advantage we need in the marketplace. So